Hey guys, so let's look at the timing aspects of Monero and let's just do our top down. So we start with the monthly, all right? So it's our top down directional approach. So we have a model that's fractal in nature. We start from the highest time frames and then we work down. So as with a lot of these coins, you don't have a lot of data, but on Monero you actually have more than I'd say most when you look at the monthly chart. So you're starting to see a cycle develop here. There's been enough data, enough months. Okay, and that's pretty meaningful. We this cycle's just crossed. It's still kind of trying to find its range. I mean, it's only at a 56 reading, but it's still relatively high versus here. Um, but this is definitely in a long-term uptrend. All right, so this was its initial basing period, first sign of a little bit of life, second sign of life. And then here, obviously, this is what we call a real money candle. It takes real money to create these bars. And ever since then, I mean, you took out these highs and it's been bullish, right? So you keep making higher highs and higher lows. And you can see by the wave formation bands, this is a direction, right? So that's the direction we're going to play this longer term, just like a lot of the crypto space. I mean, that's our view on the overall market. We're in a long-term bull market, and the charts confirm that, right? When we look at the weekly, level, even more pronounced uptrend. You can see that by the wave formation bands here. And again, nothing but higher lows. Okay. And then we've been accumulating down here again, and this is a core position. So we get these spikes up, you can take some off. But we'll be buyers. I mean, I'm going to be a buyer all the way back to probably um, whatever level you want to call that, 1,000, 10,000. Um, um, or what is it, 1 cent? Price some Bitcoin, obviously. But the point is that this is an area of the chart that's a small enough distance to be able to work a position. I'm not going to start here and work this thing all the way back to here. There's no need to do that. But from here to here, you work a position. Um, when we look at the weekly cycle, I have an RSI down here. I don't really use the RSI that much because there's other techniques you can use to identify if price is overbought or oversold. You don't need a RSI is kind of nice. It's a little bit better for the beginner to see that. The cycle I care more about. And so we're really low than the weekly cycle, which is another reason we've been accumulating down here. And I think it's just a matter of time before we have another upcycle with this kind of move. All right, we'll go to the daily. The daily cycles is up. See how it's crossed here. It's not particularly high or anything. It is moving up. Now here on the daily, you can actually see the intermediate term downtrend. So when we talk multi-durational or multi-factor, we're all about fractals and understanding that you can have different trends across different durations, right? So this happens to be a time where you have a long-term uptrend, but we've had an intermediate-term downtrend, and that's been pretty easily seen by these lower highs. Okay, right here, you broke the bands. That signal that maybe you could go back to the 200. That's exactly what you got. And a lot of times when you break the bands here, you get a move back to what we call our pi line. So this completed a full pi cycle from here to there. All right, and ever since it's been struggling to make higher highs on this time frame. So you've been in this intermediate term down move. You can see the wave formation bands are all negative. Okay, so that doesn't mean you can't be contrarian and start to build a position for the turn back up. I'm just saying it is what it is. This is an intermediate term down trade. So anything you buy well will be selling into this area, the 17 area for sure, because that's where the top of the channel is. Okay, and then we'll go to something like the 4 hour, go even deeper, another layer down in time. I just bought that actually. I just bought some more Moneros just now before I did the video. So here again, prices in what we call the southern hemisphere. It's below our pi line. That's indicative of a downtrend or a bear market on this particular time frame. So again, anything you buy well, it's worth selling some until we really start to move out of this channel, out of this downtrend. And what's going to change this and make it, hey, what's going to change this and make it more bullish, make Monero really have some momentum to the upside? You got to take out these highs. So this is the pivot high now that matters up here, 15.5. You get above there, you clear this high, you should have no problem going back to these highs and then maybe even making a higher high. So we'll keep you guys posted. That's what we're doing. We'll keep nibbling back here towards pi. Just showed you guys that on the daily level. Pi is down there below the market, right down here. So that's good location. That's where we've been picking up this token. All right, guys, hope that helped. Talk to some of you in the morning.